those who have been on this channel for some time, about 7, 8, 9 months ago, we both of us, all of us together, did series on Elegushi and his two wives, Olori Sekinat and Olori Adiza. Adiza is from the northern part of Nigeria. Same as Oluwo stretched his hands to the north to pick a bride. Elegushi did the same. Of course, they are both friends, and there is always a possibility of two friends sharing the same interest. If you've been on this channel, I'll remind you a little, and I'll put a link of about 5 of these videos so you can go back to watch. There was commotion in that palace, and it is about the second wife being brought from the north of Nigeria. Like seriously? Well, second wife got pregnant. The child passed away, and they started pointing fingers at Sekinat. They said, "You are the one. You are the one." Now, bearing in mind that Olori Sekinat gave birth to only female children for Oba Elegushi. And now that they have one boy, they call them heir to the throne. He passed away, in quote, not me, in quote, from what is out there, mysteriously. Now, let us go to the present. Sekinat granted interview with BBC Yoruba, and she poured her heart. In fact, she did not close or cover anything. She said, "You know what? This king that you know today, when he was not a king, of course, probably, he had that royalty in him already. Of course, as a prince. But today, nowadays, we don't know how they become kings. But let us leave that aside. It's not our business." She said something that blew BBC microphone, speaker, and everywhere, scatter. Now, you see, there are different characteristics. And when you observe, you will know for sure what you are dealing with. A man that will escort you to another man's place, you should know that if it's not that he's just desperately in love or likes you and is doing all of this, hoping that he will get you, or he wants to know what is happening there, or he's just a busybody or prognoser or something, or 2, is a man that has no shame, or 3, he is a woman rapper. He is desperate and he can go to any extent to get a woman. You think I'm joking? She concluded, she confirmed and said, "You see, this man, Ademola Said Elegushi, he had many women around him. But when he came and said he wants to marry me, I felt like maybe this one is more serious. Maybe he wants to settle down." And that's one thing. When women hear that a man wants to marry them, proposes to them, they think it is the greatest and the biggest thing that you can ever have. Although somehow too, it sounds good to a lot of women. They will say, after all, you still propose. After all, we got married. That does not mean that that man is 100% serious with you. He has simply chosen you, maybe to have children, simply chosen you to have that image of, I am married, I am husband, and this is my wife. It could be any of that too. So she said she studied and she saw some of these things, but she still went on. Pressure from home. You are not getting younger. And someone is saying, "I want to marry you. Let us get married." You look at every other man around you, and you might not be too sure if they are going to settle down with you or marry you. But she knew that Oba Elegushi, then it was just Said. He's a promiscuous man. Different women everywhere. And if you look into the eyes of Elegushi, you might have this baby face, not really baby, but this calm face, like, this one cannot swallow a whole bowl of fufu or amala or anything. If you look at his face, it might appear like that. But look at his eyes. You will know that there is fire inside and on the mountain. Elegushi can swallow rice, beans, fufu, begiri. Just give Elegushi, He can eat all the egusi soup at once. And the thing is this, you will never see it or see a drop of it around his mouth or lips. It can chop and appear like gentle, reserved, and calm person. So she confirmed that Elegushi, before he was Elegushi, is a promiscuous fornicator, bowler man, etc. Now she said something. She said she grew up to be a woman who can take a lot. She is long suffering. She can forbear. Like, seriously? Well, maybe there are women like that, but I don't know. She said she knew, but I wouldn't know why she decided to stay with Said Ademola, now Elegushi. Well, she said she just had to forbear most of these things and this adultery, cheating, fornicating, everything. And she does not in any way disturb or worry her husband about these things. And she capped it all, saying that because my husband, I know he loves me. It is just that other thing that he likes doing. It's possible, I don't know. There are people like that, men like that, and even some women like that. It's not as if they don't love their spouse. They love their spouse. Love has different definition and different expression, and different ways of feeling it. She said that he loves me very much. Maybe like some men will say, am I not doing the things that I'm supposed to do at home? Like financial assistant, taking care of things at home, being responsible to the home in certain, things. And I go home, I come out. When I go out, I come home. I don't sleep outside. Am I not responsible? Don't I come home? So why are you still bothering me? What is it? If you disturb me, if you talk too much about this thing, I will marry 4 women. I will bring them on you so you will know that I have the right. And at times we see women do these things too, They will, say, nobody owns me. I hustle for myself. And moreover, I can do and undo. So she went on to say that for whatever it is that Said does, that is Elegushi. I am always on the forefront of it. If he needs to do anything, he will do for me first before concubines, girlfriends, side chicks. And I believe this is love. So there is nobody that is going to come from anywhere that can overshadow me or take that love that my husband has for me. My own is number one love. So she decided to shade the second wife, that there is nobody that can come that can shake me or make me feel bad, because you know what? I am used to it. Not today, even before he became king. But there is always something about all of this. He always makes sure that he puts me first, number one. She said that Said Elegushi has so many women friends. The one that he will date, the one that will run away, the one that will leave, the one that will... He said, and there is something I have also observed. You see, men who like a lot of women, so much sexual activity, they often have female children. It's just an observation. I don't know, maybe you have observed it. Just look around you. Men that like a lot of different women, having sexual relationship with so many women, they end up having girls. Now, she did something again. I don't know if you accept. She generalized it. She said, there is no man that is not promiscuous or an adulterer. He said, it now depends on the wife to know how to handle things and know how to manage. He said, all the men in this world, they are adulterers, they are promiscuous, they are fornicators. Is it true? So she says she has no problem with promiscuous, adulterous men like her husband, the king, Oba Elegushi. The only thing that concerns her is that our own seat, our own position, our own title, our own quarters. Nobody should deal with her with a short hand. And she said Oba has never ever dealt with her in a short hand. Everything is given to me full option. And now there is another sensitive thing involved in this. Like I said at the beginning, she has only female children. And female children cannot become king. She's so desperate and she's not younger. She's not getting younger. She's desperate to have a male child. Well, she could, if she wants, she could go for some medical procedure and hopefully, she could come up with a boy child. She needs a boy child. And that is so much worrisome that she said that there is no way that male children will stand, even prince, that my own princesses cannot stand. And she made it clear that she does not have any relationship with the second woman. Stay in your lane. Let me stay in my lane. She kept repeating, I was trained to be respectful. I was trained to be long-suffering. Polygamy is about patience. Polygamy is about patience. But I think it's about your personal decision. It's got nothing to do with if the man is from a polygamous home. Yes, I do understand that people who are from polygamous home, there is a possibility of that trait being repeated because they see it as norm. They see it as a practice. And at times, these things could even be generational. Spiritual, meaning inside of them, when I say spiritual, I mean, let's just even remove the spiritual aspect of it. Let us say it's something that has been deposited into them, like something they've been practicing for a long time. So they have that ability, that thirst for multiple women. And they keep repeating it generation to generation, something like that. And she said, this my man is an adulterous, promiscuous man, but he gives me what I want. And that enough is all I want, nothing more. But you see that Hausa Fulani woman, she can stay in her own quarters, stay in her own lane. The most important is that my husband gives me my own due. I know some people might quickly jump to this conclusion saying that Said is a Muslim or Elegushi is a Muslim, and she herself also should know that as Muslims, her name is also Sekinat. She's a Muslim. Adiza is a Muslim. It is something that is acceptable. It's something that is agreed upon in Islam. But the truth is this, and I'm going to end with this. I want to hear your comment in the section below. Is there any woman that is comfortable, true, in your heart of heart, comfortable with another woman coming to your husband or your fiance's life? Drop that in the comment section. Don't forget to like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here.